Okay. Good morning, everyone. We are the group in charge of presenting the visualization strategy, which is a key tool in the reading comprehension process. Okay, my name is Anel Valenzuela, and together with my teammate De la Cruz López Maciel, Enrique Supantonela, Esponda Palma Sofía, Laura Campos Sebastián, and Roca Álvarez Miriam. Okay, we will explain what this strategy is, how it is used, and why it is so important.
Okay, first I'm going to explain what is visualization. The visualization technique consists of creating mental images of the textual content being read. This process can be enriched by other factors such as the evocation of sounds or other sensations. Visualization strategies are also considered to be those based on drawing the content of the text or representing it with dolls, mappets, etc. Next, please. For Calero 2017, visualizing, that is, seeing with the mind's eye, is an internal cognitive response of the reader and a necessary condition to improve the thought processes linked to the text comprehension.
Well, now we have some characteristics of visualized techniques. The first is it is based of creating mental images from what is uh, read or heard. Then it requires active concentration and imaginative thinking. Then we have it is used the sense, for example, signs, hearing, and touch in an imaginative way. And also, we have it involves connecting ideas with previously experienced, and it can vary from person to person because each person imagine differently, and it can be practiced with text, videos, images, or conversations.
Now, visualization technique has some benefits that are improved comprehension, increased retention of information.
Then we have improves the critical thinking and improve attention and reduce distractions.
These benefits were proven by a study conducted at the University of Seville, according to Avila 2001, in which it was analyzed how the visualization strategy affects the level of reading comprehension. According to the results, it could be concluded that the students who carried out this strategy while reading outperformed those who did not.
Okay, now I'm going to continue with the application of visualize strategies. In this case, the visualize strategy or visualization, it's a powerful technique used in various fields to create mental images or movies in one's mind. This is enhancing understanding, memory, and even influencing behavior. Next, please. Okay, for example, we have a short story. Okay, in this example, we are going to use visualize technique and in we tell a short story, in this case about the ugly duckling, and we share only the story without pictures. So the students have to draw using their imagination after the reading. Okay, we are going to start with this short story that is about the ugly duckling. So we are going to start with the first paragraph. Okay, so you have to draw. After you read that, you have to draw on the app Padlet, okay? And you create with your own imagination your pictures, okay? On a beautiful summer day, the eggs of mother duck began to hatch, and each of the ducklings that were born filled everyone present with happiness. Okay, let's draw. Mhm. Excellent, very good. So if you can see on the app Padlet, we draw some pictures about the information that I said about the short story. Okay, everybody finish? Yes, so now we continue with the next paragraph. Okay, now my classmate Anel going to continue.
Okay, then. However, one egg remaining intact, and when it finally broke, out came a large duckling, different from the others. When everyone called it the ugly duckling. Okay, in this part, you draw. Okay, yes, let's to see the palette. Okay, we can to see new draws. Okay, it is correct. So finish. Everyone finish.
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay, continue with um this part.
Okay, now I'm going to continue with the third paragraph. So attention. Mother duck was embarrassed of having such an ugly duckling and pushed him aside while she cared for the other ducklings. Let's draw.
Oh, it's so cute. Very good.
Excellent, good job. So we continue with the next part. My classmate Anel is going to continue.
Hmm. Yes.
Next, please.
Miriam, please, the next slide. Okay. So, um, the ugly duckling grew up feeling rejected and mocked by other animals on the farm. Okay. In this part, you draw. What is that you imagine? Okay. It's very good. Yeah.
Excellent job. We are going to continue with the next slide. Yes. Okay, now, so this part, the ugly duckling survived the winter, although it was very difficult until spring arrived. One day, seeing some swans in a pond, he approached them. So let's start drawing. On the app is the Mhm. Ready? Ready. Yes, we still wait. So, okay, good job. We have a picture. Very good. Good job. You use colors. Very good. So you have options to use colors. Excellent job. Everybody use their imaginations. So now,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay. And finally, here look. His own reflection in the lake and discovered that he was also a swan and had always been one, not an ugly duckling. And so he joined the other swans and lived happily ever after. Okay, is the moment that you draw. Is a finale. Is a finale part. Okay.
very good. Good job. Excellent work. Good job. We can see a lot of beautiful pictures of your imagination.
Okay, congratulations.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes, it was the
Medium,
last part of our activity.
medium. Can you put a okay,
Sorry.
next please. Okay. About the story teaching. Okay, I okay. So the story teaches us not to judge others by their appearance. Everyone has their own beauty and value, even if it's not recognized at first. True identity and self worth often take time to discover it. Okay. Miriam, can you put that draw, please?
Yes, wait a minute.
Okay.
Um, sorry. Mm, 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 mm. Presentation. Uh, you can see the presentation now. Wait a minute. Can you say? Can you see the PPT? Yes, no,
No, yet.
yes. Okay, yeah. Mm. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Miriam.
Mm, 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 mm.
Continue,
No,
continue this part.
yeah. Give me one moment.
Okay, guys, after that you read or listen in this short test about the teacher Sophia and Nell. Okay, let's in this part I will do three questions in the roulette. They are meta condition question. So to see how we have done through in this class. Okay, remember guys that they are a good or a bad question answer. Okay. Okay, Miriam, you can share the roulette, please.
Mm, mm, mm. Yes, give me a moment. Can you see?
Yes.
Yeah,
You can turn the roulette, please.
of course.
Okay, guys, this is the first question. What is easy or difficult for you to imagine what you were reading or listening this short test and why? Any volunteer? Okay, Anel, tell me the answer.
Okay, so it was easy because the history described the scenes clearly, like the winter and the lake. Also, I already knew a bit about the history, so I helped me picture it better, right?
Okay, that's good. Thank you for your participation. Um, Turn the roulette, please, for the second question. Okay, the second question is: these mental image change as you hear more details from the short story? How? Any volunteer for respond this answer, this question? Sofia, Sebastian, Miriam, Antonella, or I choose a victim. Okay, Antonella, tell me your answer.
Uh, yes, my mental image changed before while I was reading the story because at first I imagined a different duckling, but then I realized that it was a swan, I guess. So it changed.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for your participation. The final question, please. Turn the roulette, Miriam. Okay, the final question is: what image came to your mind while we reading or listening to this short story? Any volunteers? Okay, Miriam, tell me your answer. Okay, that's good, your answer. Thank you for your participation. For okay, I pass with my partner, Sebastian.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. And now we're going to conclude the class with some questions. I would love if you could answer them. So the questions are: do you think it's important to use the visualize technique? Is there any part you still finding hard to understand? And what did you like most from the class? So, Miriam, I appreciate if you could share the Padlet on your screen, please. So there you can answer these questions while you are writing. In my case, I can say that studying the visualize technique, uh, I realized that it is not only about imagining mental images or pictures. It is also about activating different senses for a better understanding from the text. In my case, I realized that about my own reading habits. And many times I read automatically, but without stopping to imagine what is really happening in the text. So now I understand that the visualize technique helps me to retain information better and connect more deeply with the text. So I advise you to make an effort to incorporate this strategy into your readings, especially for complex texts. So, um, Anel says, it is important because it helps you to understand the text better, remember information, and feel more connected to what you are reading or hearing. yes, it's important to understand how this the visualize technique works. Someone else says, for me, it's very important because I can improve my imagination. It's true. While I'm reading, and also it's very fun. I enjoy it with the ugly duckling. I love this story about the ugly duckling. I think it's important because it helps me to understand better, and reading it's more fun. Yeah, it is obviously more fun to imagine this mental image. So I think that's all the answer we have for now. So right now to conclude the class, I can say that the visualize technique it's a powerful tool to improve our comprehension reading because it allows us to represent mental content from a text, which makes easier the interpretation and the retention. So um, we have to understand that the visualize technique is not only about it helps us to make the reading more clear and more meaningful, and we have to apply it to be a better reader, more active and creative. So thanks for all the class, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.